And we don't have to do an audio sync anymore. It's great.
No, it's all synced up already.
Fantastic. I need to make sure that my phone is set to mute. All right, it's good.
All right. What's up, fuckers?
So welcome to episode 300 of the podcast. We've been maintaining it every week.
Yep. Never stopped.
Haven't missed a single one.
Nope. Every single week for the last four. No, God.
It's been a while.
6 years.
Has it been 6 years?
I think we started recording in late.
No.
We started recording in late 2016, I think.
The last thing we did had to have been at least like 2019. Like, it wasn't that long ago.
But
I mean, it was a while ago, but it wasn't that long ago.
I don't even remember when the last episode of podcast was. I think it was the one we did with Damien.
No, we did. I mean, we did a few more after that. I don't know if they ever went live. The Profane podcast itself, it's been a while. We did Drinky Boys instead.
Yeah, because
Drinky Boys is still a podcast.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. I have more fun with Drinky Boys.
So, Cody, let's talk about the layout of the room right now.
The layout of we've switched houses. We are not. Did we record a single episode in the last apartment?
I don't think we did.
We were going to, but neighbors wouldn't allow us.
Yeah, we had this downstairs neighbor that was batshit insane.
I had back at my house. Yeah, that was definitely the last one we did.
Yeah,
this room has an interesting layout going to it. We're in Evan's bed chamber. This is where
the magic doesn't happen.
This is where the magic happens.
It doesn't happen in here. But
I am currently laying in his bed, as is protocol. There is lots of cum stains in it, but I don't mind. That's on the internet now. You can't remove that.
I mean, I can edit it.
You can't. No, it's illegal.
I'm literally the one editing the video, so I can do whatever I want.
No, we both know that you're just gonna take this recording and just run it through a converter and post it. That's all you're gonna do.
Well, I'll do some edit. Add a little.
I'm gonna put in your social security number, and you're not gonna notice. I'm gonna start whispering it, and you will not be paying attention. You will miss it.
Add a little music. I'll kill you. I'll literally kill you.
Good
murder will occur if that happens. I know where you sleep.
You do. It's right above your room.
Right above my room.
Right above your room. Every night you hear me
stomping around upstairs like a fucking goblin.
Stomping around. I do my dances.
Every time you move in your chair, I hear.
Every morning I actually just start slithering around on the floor and banging on the walls and just screaming like a goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I call it going goblin mode.
Yeah.
It's very popular on the internet these days. Everybody goes goblin mode.
Your Honor, my client was in goblin mode.
You know what? Sometimes it just feels good to go goblin mode. Sometimes in life you just gotta rip all your clothes off, just start dragging your balls or your vagina across the floor and just start screaming, and start looking for pennies.
Yeah.
Start rip up all your furniture.
I smell pennies.
Tear down the walls. Search inside electrical outlets, preferably
with a fork.
Shove a fork in your electrical outlet and try and rip it off. Pry it off.
Pry it out of there.
There's pennies in there.
If you guys hear humming,
do that.
If you guys can hear a humming in the background, I don't know if it's getting picked up, but
just edit it out. Don't worry about it.
I can't edit it out.
Edit everything. Edit out half of my voice.
Just half of it, like every other word.
Letter.
Every other letter. Oh my god.
Every other letter. Of what I'm saying.
That would take days.
I don't care. I'm not editing it.
Fuck you. But yeah, so
I tried to learn.
We're learning with this new equipment. Cody finally took my advice and got himself a AT2020.
Nice microphones now.
There is a
you can hear my sensual voice in 4K.
There is a 3-prong mic cable running across my bedroom now, so Cody can lay in my bed for some goddamn reason.
It's a tripping hazard for sure.
It really is.
I wanted to be comfy. You didn't even mention the best part. I turned the lights teal before we started recording.
I have smart lights, and he turned my lights teal.
Yes. It's the recording lights.
Yeah, because we used to have a blue light in the quote-unquote studio, also known as Cody's bedroom in his parents' house.
It's true. We've switched from my bedroom to your bedroom. That's almost. It's like a lateral transfer, but it's like an upgrade.
Honestly, it's better, though, because
it's much more wide.
Yeah.
My room was not. It was long, but it was not wide.
Yeah, I was going to say, square footage-wise, your old room was probably bigger than this.
Maybe.
Just by length alone.
I don't know. My old room wasn't exactly big. It was enough space for my bed, which you... Yeah, there it is. Fuck you. You laid on my bed when we did... No, never mind. We got a chair.
Eventually. Well, when we did the Let's Plays.
We did the Let's Plays. You were in my bed. Because if you wanted to see the TV, you'd either have to sit behind me
and put my head over your shoulder. But for the mic...
we only had the one mic. We had the shitty one I bought on Wish. And then we got the Blue Yeti, which I still have. In my room.
Yeah, for context,
it's falling apart.
Yeah, we tried to record an episode of Pokemon Showdown.
We tried to record a lot of things.
Yeah, we tried to record it maybe a month ago now.
It was like 2 weeks.
What? No, it's been a month.
No, because it was like the next day that I ordered this.
No, it was about a week after because because I started editing it and I'm like, the audio sounds like garbage.
I know it was after you said how shitty my audio sounded, at least compared to yours, that I was like, fine, I'll get a new one.
Because much like our other mics, it started getting really bad feedback, so you just hear this like...
I mean, the thing is, when did Assassin's Creed Origins come out?
Yeah.
There was a bundle.
And it was probably a year after that, because I got it when it was on clearance.
That's true, so it was probably like 2018-ish.
Yeah. Because it's a special edition.
Yeah, it's 4 years old now.
Yeah, it's a special edition Blue Yeti.
It's red. Great.
It's red instead of black, or you can get it in like white and
what color
blue.
are Blue Yetis normally?
They're usually black or sometimes they're white.
Why are they not blue?
That's just the name of the company, man.
But they should.
They could
technically they're owned by Logitech now. Logitech bought them.
Did they?
Yeah, Logitech owns Blue, and not the coolers, but like the
not like the Eiffel
microphones.
65. Yeah. Blue Dabba D.
I'm sorry, I don't understand that reference.
As we sit in a blue room.
We do sit in a blue room, but I don't know what reference you're trying to make.
I don't either. It's probably some weird archaic.
Probably some bad animated thing from the 90s.
Yeah. Or wasn't that early 2000s?
No, it was like late 90s.
I thought it was like 2000, 2001.
Look it up, Jamie.
Why'd you call me Jamie?
It's the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh.
He's got a guy. We should get a guy.
No, we shouldn't, because it'll be one of our roommates.
Let's get Logan to be our guy. We just ask him to look stuff up for us.
We'll give him a mic.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the answer.
Okay. I'm waiting with bated breath. When did I'm Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die by Eiffel 65 come out?
October 1998.
Late 90s. October 98. I was 8 months old.
Yes, I would have been
You were almost 1 year.
I was almost a year. Hell yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah, now I have to pay taxes, rent, utility bills.
Bullshit.
Other bills.
God, why do kids want to be adults?
Yeah. I mean, I do enjoy doing whatever the fuck I want, but...
Can you actually do whatever the fuck you want, though?
When I have free time, yeah.
When do you have free time?
Right now, a lot.
It's true. When you're a kid, right, you have the most time in the world, but you're not allowed to... You can't drive.
Yeah. Well, until you're 16, and then your parents...
Drunk.
Parents have curfew. Well,
when you're 16, you got to go to school, though. And school is like work, and that it's stupid.
Yeah, it's 8 hours a day, and then you have to go home. Was
school really 8 hours a day?
It might have been 9, but...
Was it 9? I thought it was... It's been a while since I was at school.
School started at, what, 8 a.m.?
Yeah, we had to be there at like 8 for...
Standard high school, not the vocational school you went to.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I could have sworn school day started at 8.
At my high school, we had to be there at 9, and we were there till 3. So yeah, I guess it was only like 6 hours.
Maybe it was 8:30 then, because it would have been 8:30 because we got out at like 2:45.
Yeah, so yeah, it was like 6 hours.
Well, that's essentially.
So yeah, we went to school less than we worked. Fuck that. I worked 40 hours a goddamn week. I work 6 days a week.
Me too.
There are people listening to this that are like, "Oh, fuck you! I work 8 days a week for 32 hours a day." And good for you, all right.
You know what I have to say to that? You know what I have to say to that?
Yeah. What do you have to say?
Don't be poor.
Don't be poor. Get good. Get paid more.
Yeah, exactly.
Make bank.
Make more money. Yeah, get a job that pays you.
I keep hitting the mic. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It doesn't bother me now. I don't have.
Later.
I don't have a live feed going into my ears like I used to. Because when we had the Blue Yeti, I'd have a pair of headphones plugged right into it, and I could hear live how the audio sounded.
And was it good?
At first, yes, it was great.
It was great,
especially compared to the $30 mic.
I wholeheartedly recommend Blue as a brand for the first 1 year of its lifespan.
Yeah, and then it kind of starts falling apart. The only bad thing Cody has now is he has my cat.
Yeah, we no longer have Celia interrupt the podcast. Now it's Mandy.
Yes, Mandy is my cat. Well, She sleeps, eats, shits, and lives in my room. But sometimes she leaves.
Yeah, I'm her second favorite.
Yeah, she'll go to Cody and then to her roommate Logan.
She likes to go goblin mode too. She's very pro goblin. She actually is literally just a goblin.
She has like emotional like detachment, like abandonment issues, which is weird because I've had her since she was a baby.
That's common in animals, especially pack bond animals like dogs and cats. Like Celia has separation anxiety. It doesn't surprise me at all that Mandy, especially because she's an indoor cat.
Yeah, this cat misses me so much that I go to take a shower, and she'll be upset because I don't leave the door open to let her in.
This man could go to take a shit, and she would come into my room screaming.
Dude, I have a bathroom in my room. Like,
yeah, he's lucky. We gave him his own bathroom so he wouldn't mess with ours.
Yeah, even though I got the shit stick of living downstairs.
Hey, you got the smallest room, but you got a bonus bathroom attached.
Logan has the smallest room, but yes.
Actually,
no, I think Logan's room might be bigger. I think it might be more square than mine. Mine's more rectangular.
Do you think he would appreciate us name dropping him like that?
Well, you can send your issues to
we'll
Logan.
leave a suggestion box outside your
Put
room.
Logan's like full name and address.
Yeah,
which is our address, so I'm not going to do that. Because
vote now to eject Smormu from the podcast.
Eject Smormu from the podcast.
I love that show.
Oh my god, is that Futurama?
No, that's Smiling Friends.
Is it Smiling?
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Smormu. They had like the poll at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, eject him from the show.
Vote Smormu off, and at the end, it went through.
Yeah,
I voted to keep him.
No, you didn't. We both set. Oh man, it's such a good show.
It is. It's great.
I'm excited that it got renewed for season 2.
I'm glad that they're letting people on the internet make content now.
Yes,
instead of just people that went to Harvard.
Talented people on the internet.
It's true.
Because they did give Jake Paul a TV show on Disney. And
similar to us, there are lots of untalented hacks on YouTube.
Yes.
Don't give us a show. But
no, never give us
talented people like Zach deserve it.
Yeah, never give us a medium to express ourselves.
Nothing good will have this channel.
Nothing good will come of it.
By some corrupt law of the universe.
By the freedom of the internet.
Go on the internet and say shit.
Oh man. What's going to be really fun is we kind of have some plans to do some Let's Plays hopefully soon, but we'd have to record those in the living room or else we'd be in the same position we were at your house.
I don't know. I don't mind just laying in bed here. I think this is a good. I can see your monitor from here. I think it's a good setup.
It's terrible because if we're playing Dark Souls,
I'll just you throw the controller at me. Well, if we're gonna be playing Dark Souls, doesn't matter if we're playing it on Xbox or PC, we're gonna be using a controller. You cannot make me play any Souls game with a mouse and keyboard.
Even better, to be fair, I could just hook it up into the TV and we could literally just sit here and play.
There you go, that would work.
Yeah.
But we'd still run into the issue of I require either to be laying down or my chair to have a back to it.
Well, yeah, we could.
Yeah. I will not record in these conditions.
The union contract specifically states
he made me sign. It's true. He made me sign a contract. I actually owe him my liver.
I think the only person I've ever actually made sign a contract for the channel was Erica, and that was because I bullied her into doing it.
What, really?
Yeah.
Is this Profane Tim and Canon? Did you make her sign a contract?
It's obviously not legally binding, but I created a very legal, very professional.
Still have it?
I don't think so. I think it was on the hard drive that
I have never heard nor seen this.
Yeah, so what I did is
She's only in one episode. She played Pictionary.
No, she was in a couple.
Was she?
I think we did an episode of the podcast with her.
I don't think so.
No, we did some Let's Plays with her. They never went up because remember when I gaslighted her so bad during the Portal Let's Play?
She had like a meltdown.
She had
was that Pictionary?
No, that was Portal because I was calling her bad.
Okay.
And I was gatekeep gaslight girl bossing.
Did the episode we do of Portal ever go live?
Yeah, it did.
Okay,
when we did,
because that was the one I gaslit you.
Yeah, the co-op one because you kept killing me.
I kept killing you. And I kept just putting pings everywhere.
We kept trying to solve. I kept trying to solve the puzzle and Cody's like, Evan, watch this, and then I'd be dead. Drop me into something, smash me.
It's funny.
Hit me with a mashy spike plate. Oh.
Yeah, no, I had no fucking clue you made her sign a contract. Why? What did it even say?
Basically said your soul belongs to us. I was like, all likenesses, appearances, and all future content is owned by Profane Entertainment.
So we just own her now?
Profane Entertainment Studios. Actually, it might have still been Profane Gaming Studios, LLC.
No, at that point we had switched. We switched pretty quick.
Yeah, we did it pretty early.
We were only Profane Gaming. If you go back through the channel, we were only Profane Gaming for like 5 episodes.
Yeah. Well,
because we started doing bits. That was when we did like
Super Dick Lick Extreme Party Fun
Time.
The Lumberjack, which all of our friends for some reason absolutely
it's still
adore.
Our most it's our most viewed, most liked video.
Well, that's because I shared the hell out of it.
It's because it's the first thing we put at least some semblance of effort into.
Yeah.
It had a budget of about $20,
which
we bought chain and gas.
Yeah. Well,
because we used your phone to record it.
Yeah, we used my Google Pixel, and
oh man, was that long ago?
Yeah, that was.
Jesus, that was the Pixel 1.
That was the original Google Pixel. Yeah.
Because the Pixel 2, they got rid of the phone jack.
So I didn't get it again.
It was terrible. Nobody ever bought another Pixel ever again.
Actually, it still does okay. It's not like when it came out, it was like groundbreaking because they actually cared.
Yeah, and then they went the same way every other phone did.
Like my favorite thing is the fucking fingerprint scanner was on the back. So I tap my finger to the back of the phone.
I think don't all modern phones just have that now? Isn't that just a thing?
It's become pretty standard.
Like my phone, I can't because I have a case on it that doesn't allow for that. But
no, so my phone has a fingerprint scanner on the front, like it.
Yeah, no, mine's got like one on the screen that I used to unlock.
Yeah.
And that's how the FDA now has access to my my gut biome.
Your gut biome?
Yeah, the FDA knows the contents of my gut biome because of my biometric scanner.
They know all of the bacteria that dwell within me.
Well, everybody has a unique gut biome.
That's true.
Everybody has their own bacterium in their stomach.
We all have a symbiotic relationship with our stomachs.
And
I'm just thinking about it
because your stomach bacteria are mad at you.
I think my sunglasses are somewhere on my bed, and I really hope you didn't break them when you crawled over there.
Oh, they're probably fine. I'm not. The only thing I got your wallet here.
Are you laying on my Apple Pen?
No.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
It's under you.
Where's your fucking Apple Pen?
Under you, I'm telling you.
Where the fuck? I don't give. I found your fucking necklace. Your Apple Pen is not here.
Huh. All right.
Fuck you. I'm gonna go through your wallet and start reading your license plate number.
My license plate number.
Your social security card's in here. There you go.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I found it.
It's locked in a safe that I don't have access to.
Your social security number is 125683299.
No.
Not. Am I close?
No.
Not even close.
Not even close. I have a super easy one to remember.
Everyone in the comments, please feel free to post your social security numbers.
Please don't. I don't want to be liable for that.
What? They did it.
Yeah, but we incited it.
If they do it, I'm not liable. Hey kids, it's
you remember how many people got in trouble with the Fiverr?
Reeves from Fortnite here.
Is trapped on top of tilted towers, and he needs your help. Read the 12-digit credit card numbers on your parents' cards, and don't forget the date and the 3 wacky numbers on the back. Oh man, that guy from Fiverr got in so much. He got banned from it.
Did he?
Yeah.
All right. So there we go. There's a thing. Should people be liable for things other people pay them to do? I guess it would depend. Like if you gave me $100 to kill somebody, then I killed them. Yes, I should be held liable for murder. But
I would also be liable for accessory.
You would also be liable in that case. So
actually, no. I think in most states you would also be charged with murder because you're the one.
Would it be accessory or would it be like second degree?
I feel like it'd be second degree, but
because if I whip out a gun right now and I plot about killing someone and I kill them, that's first degree manslaughter. If you pay me to do it, I get the first degree, and I think you get the second degree.
I don't know. I feel like it could both be first degree because...
That's true. Is it still premeditated because you still thought... but you didn't kill them.
Yeah, but that's the same idea.
Is paying someone to do something equivalent to the act of doing something?
I didn't kill them. The car did.
But so vehicular manslaughter is second degree.
But, I mean...
Unless you're drunk. If you're drunk, it's first degree.
Yeah. Yeah.
It also depends on the court case, the judge, and what temperature it is in Wisconsin that day. But
also true. But yeah, no, I actually don't know. I wouldn't know that off the top of my head.
I don't remember fucking anything about law from when
I'm
I
not
almost
John D.
law school.
Like you didn't go to almost
I
law
went
school.
I was cop school. If a cop can get... If you can become a police officer in 8 weeks, then 18 weeks of... No, 36 weeks... vocational school, cop school is good enough.
No.
It is.
Because cops aren't lawyers.
But they still know the law enough to enforce it.
But that's not.
Did you pass the bar exam?
No, did you?
I didn't take it.
Yeah, and you probably wouldn't pass it either.
I bet I might be able to. What is there like a sample sheet? Can you get like a sample SAT version of the bar exam?
Well, it's different in every state. Each state has its own bar.
But is it like the SAT and then it's like different every time you take it?
It is. Yes, and I say
like,
that with quotations.
Basically, every like career test is essentially like the SAT.
Yeah, it's a standardized test.
Like when you want to be a nurse, you have to take like a nursing test, and when you want to be a lawyer, you got to take the bar exam.
Well, and it depends on what kind of nurse you want to be, because there's like
it's true.
STNA.
My brother had to take a test just to be a vet. And
Yeah.
it's the same thing as the bar basically. You pay money, you take it. If you fail, you have to wait like a year.
Yeah, the bar is a year. You have to wait. I don't know. Maybe it's only 6 months for the bar exam.
The bar is fucking expensive though. It's
that's
like
$200
why to
yeah,
be a vet.
That's
but it's like $1,000 for the bar.
Yeah, and that's why you.
And that's like the first time.
That's why you really want to go through a school, because a lot of times most law schools will like help cover that, or it'll be a part of your tuition.
I think it's one of those things is like if I wanted to be like a doctor and I was like partnered with a hospital, they would like pay for me to take the test.
Potentially.
If I was going to work there.
Potentially, like, because there are some like companies
like,
that do
when
that.
you worked for the Y, like you got sponsored to be a lifeguard. Like the course was weighed for you in the promise that you would work there.
Yeah, that's because I was poor.
Well, yes, and also the Y was desperate. But
yeah, so,
I didn't get that.
Nope, no, you didn't.
Yeah, fuck you. At least I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
I was gonna say
I was gonna make a poor joke.
Who still has their certification and who teaches
right.
it now?
So I missed the time frame.
I warned you, and
You did, and I just decided I didn't fucking want to do it because I'm like I haven't worked there in years.
And then you were annoyed by the fact that I told you you'd have to take the entire class again.
Yeah, and I have to pay the $200 again.
Mm.
It's all right. I don't actually need a free membership that bad. I never used it.
Yeah. I was gonna go today, but I woke up at 2.
Shout out to the local YMCA. You're dope.
Yeah, all YMCA.
It's a good organization
For the most part.
and they should put water slides in the pool.
Some Ys actually do.
Do you know how many times people told me that this pool should have a water slide? And I'm like, yeah, I don't get to make the decisions, boss. I just watch the pool.
This pool and building is not big
No,
enough
that
for a
building
water
was
slide.
not suited for that. The Y, we got to have one of the oldest in the area.
It's old for sure.
Like, it's got to be older than any of the other ones.
It depends, because the new expansion project, those are like brand new.
Well, I mean, half the building is new.
Yeah. Well, only like a quarter of it's new, but a lot of it was renovated. So new, quote unquote.
They cut two holes in the pool, and they put one in the wrong spot.
Yeah, that's a good. Oh my god. So our boss at the time, they were doing these renovations. We were still working there, I think, almost every day. I think that was when
I was literally we were there in the
you were
evenings,
mornings and I was
in
in
the
the
mornings.
yeah.
We were both there every day.
And they built this party room that's like right off the pool, and the idea was you could look through the window of the party room,
watch your gremlins as they swim,
and you could watch them. But the main thing is you could see the diving board, which is the most dangerous part. But they put the window on the wrong side, and because our boss had been telling us about that, and she mentioned that, and I'm like, shouldn't the window be over there then? And she looked, and she's like, damn it.
What they did, it was very funny.
They never fixed it either.
No, they did.
No, it's still there.
So what they did was they added an extra window and just like moved the door down.
Yeah. Okay. So technically, yes.
It originally they had gone all the way down further from where we would sit, further to the right.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be where the window is now is where the door originally was.
Yeah.
And that was not where they wanted the door. They wanted the door further down. So they just built back up a little bit and put in an extra window, and they moved the door down. where they were going to put the other window.
Really?
It was very funny.
Yeah, no, so
and they fucking built into our lifeguard room.
Oh, no, they cut the lifeguard room.
Yeah, they cut like 2 feet off the end of it.
So it was funny. Our boss left, and I was walking around with the new guy, and I was like, oh, yeah, by the way, this door here used to be in the lifeguard room. Like, it used to go all the way down to here. He's like, I had heard that. He's like, that kind of sucks that they really cut it. And I'm like, yeah, we weren't happy about it.
Because that was where we kept all the shit.
And now there's no room for lifeguard because they also keep like swim team supplies there.
Oh yeah, and the all they did was they made it a extra hallway, and they turned.
It's more than that. There's hallways, and then there's like family dressing rooms.
Yeah, there's a bunch of family / handicap accessible dressing rooms there, but like nobody uses them except for us because fuck them. It's our rooms now.
I didn't get to use it last time. They had an event where the new version of Dare was doing a presentation for.
There's a new version of Dare.
It's not called Dare anymore.
What I did not. This is news to me.
I believe.
What did they do to Dare? What did they do to the Dare dog? Did they put him down?
You mean the lion?
Was it a lion?
It was
or
a lion.
A dog? I thought it was. It was
a lion. It was a big.
What was the
buff
dog?
lion? Every furry's
Did we
wet
not
dream.
have a dog mascot come to the school in like elementary school? Was that the fire department?
Fire department always had Spot. I think.
Okay, so it was Spot.
Yeah,
Dare had the lion.
The Dare lion, but I
Did
believe
they put him down like Cecil?
they left him to the furries.
They left him to the furries.
But no, I think it's called.
Look up furry Rule 34 Dare lion.
No.
Put it in the
I
podcast.
refuse. After doing
Make that the thumbnail.
after the Final Fantasy one, where I spent hours digging around Rule 34 for.
You had to spend 5 minutes at most.
The time came from having to censor them.
The extra 55 minutes came because you got distracted, started looking up Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact wasn't out at that point.
It's true, it wasn't.
Yeah, no, it's called Echo now.
Echo.
Yeah.
What does Echo do? Isn't the war against drugs over?
No, it still
Didn't the drugs win?
So they had these pieces of paper on the wall that asked certain questions, and the students would write on a sticky note some like what are the dangers of this. My favorite is weed harmful, and overwhelmingly it said no.
People of the internet, answer this question: is weed harmful?
And they were like, and one of them was smart. It's like, not if you're like over 21. And I'm like, okay,
that's fair. You know?
But
When you're a kid,
overwhelmingly the answers were no. Some kid put 2 sticky notes and wrote an N and an O and put them next to each other.
The balls on him.
And my favorite,
I bet Echo loved that.
well, weed is becoming less of a drug and
That's
now
true.
more of a vice, like alcohol or.
I mean, I'll say just like any other vice. I mean, obviously, if you're smoking weed all day every day, your problem
you have a
is
problem.
not that you're addicted to weed. Your
You're
problem
addicted
is
to the
that
high.
you're spending all day in your house getting high.
Yeah,
which is equally as bad for you.
Yeah, and but
everything is good in moderation, even cocaine.
no, as someone that may or may not have ever done
You can
cocaine,
admit to it. This is a
no,
safe space.
this is not a safe space. This is on the internet.
This is.
It's like that video of the kid in the anime costume where his mom yells at him, "The internet never forgets."
The internet. Look, Evan. No one has ever used anything on the internet as permanent evidence against anybody.
Yes.
First of all.
Yes, they have.
No, they have not. It's not. It's just.
I think there were even.
It's just not true.
I think there were even tweets used in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial.
But all tweets are fake.
Yeah, fake.
There
news.
are no real tweets. Every single tweet you've ever seen is fake. Just so, even if you're on Twitter right now browsing tweets as you listen to this podcast, they are all fake. None of them are real. Wake up! You're in a coma. You've been in a coma.
We miss
since
you.
2015. We miss you.
You know what's insane though?
Harambe never died.
The last time we did this this podcast, we had a different president. Like,
it's true. We have
Biden now.
We have the boy Joseph.
Joseph Robinette Biden.
Is that his actual name?
Joseph Robinette Biden.
Nice.
Joseph R. Biden. Joe Biden, and he's controversial like every
Can
president.
you say his name one more time in case people didn't get it?
Joseph Robinette Biden.
What is his middle name?
Robinette.
Robinette.
Yes.
I've never heard that as a name before.
Yeah.
Is
That
he Jewish?
No, he's Catholic.
You can be Jewish ancestry and
Well, yeah, you can.
because it's the only religion that's also.
I have a
race.
friend that they're Jewish, but they are Jewish in culture only.
What are they practicing?
Usually they're atheists.
Please dox them.
They're usually.
What is their full legal name and their address?
I'm not gonna dox them. But yeah. So as we were talking about lifeguarding, I'm teaching it now, which is insane.
You get to
I get to deal with
to do, so now you teach.
Those who cannot do teach.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though I can. Actually, no. I went to do that 300, and I was like,
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, I got halfway.
We're a bit out of practice. We're a bit out of shape. I don't think I could do a 300 either.
Oh man,
I used to do a mile, and now I doubt I could do a 300.
Yeah, Cody would go. He'd stay after a shift, and you'd swim like a mile in the pool.
Yeah, I would do a mile after like every shift, or before if I was doing the late shift.
Yeah. So, Man,
I used to be in shape.
I used to be.
This was a lot. This was probably before the fucking podcast.
No, we still, because we talked about
2017.
I had a private episode of the podcast because we made some remarks about one of our coworkers that I didn't think were very flattering, and then we used their
Could
name.
you repeat them? I don't remember.
Well, let's just say the episode. Coincidentally, the name of the podcast.
Is that the only episode that's still like
well,
private, or did you just straight up delete it?
It's private. I still have it there.
So do we just go episode like 1, 2, 5?
Yeah, it skips one.
Okay.
The episode was funny enough called Heavy Flow and Dare.
Oh, okay. I remember.
Yeah. Because
that wasn't
good.
That wasn't bad taste.
Yeah.
Was that like a pilot to Drinky Boys? Were we drunk?
No. We were just talking.
We were just shooting the shit.
We were just doing what we always do in the
18-year-olds.
podcast, and I think we were 19 at that point.
Whatever. We're still teenagers. When you're a teenager, you can get away with anything.
Yeah.
Literally, you go out. If you're 17, all right. If you are 17, literally just go out in the street right now and just stab someone. Just first person you see, just murder.
You can still be tried as an adult.
No, you can't. You can get away with it.
How to get away with
How to
murder?
get away
Step
with
one:
murder.
be a
Step
child.
one: forge your birth certificate to make it seem that you were only 17 years old.
Because now, not only have you committed first-degree murder, but you've committed fraud.
If you're gonna do it, go big or go home. Forge your birth certificate to say that you were literally 5.
Isn't that crazy though? We're 24 now. Like,
yes, we are old, fucking shit, useless waste of space. Once you turn 24, you officially become a detriment to society.
well, what is the song? No one likes you when you're 23.
Yeah, it's
It's not Blink 182, is it?
It's Sum 41.
Sum 41.
Sum 41.
Is that
That's a band.
yeah.
That's
Is
them.
that your guess?
I'm gonna. You're right. It's either Blink 182 or it's Sum 41. I want to say it's Sum 41
No. Oh, that's a Mo.
because it's it's from their album
Blinks.
All the Small Things.
I was correct. It is Blink
It is
182.
Blink 182. Okay, it's one of those. It's one of those
Listen,
early
boy.
2000s emo.
You're pop punk.
That's emo.
It's
Come
punk.
on.
Blink 182 is
Blink
punk.
182. To quote the great Brian Wecht, if Blink
Mega
182
64.
if Blink 181 is the best they have, I don't want to hear the first 180. That's butchering the quote, but that is a direct quote.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Nothing. Yeah, no, you're talking to the guy that listened to punk all the time.
You listen to emo.
I listen to punk.
You listen. All right.
I'll listen.
Agree. I listen to emo too, but you listen to fucking emo.
Not as much as I used to. You know me. I've gotten super into
It's
indie.
true. You're into like indie now, like indie folk pop.
Folk punk is what it's called.
It's folk pop.
It's folk punk.
Like
If it was folk pop, it'd sound more like man, I'm trying to think of an old folk punk band that actually went mainstream. I don't think any of them really. Sure.
Beck is folk pop.
But folk punk is like it's punk rock with banjos, and I fucking love it because banjos are cool.
It just sounds like redneck.
It's angry redneck.
Angry redneck.
One of my favorite covers I've heard is
all right, so I'll give AJJ.
They're more
folk punk.
So they're kind of folk punkish. They're more about their lyrics than anything, but they have songs that aren't very folk punkish. Like Mega Guillotine is more of like just an acoustic, like da 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 da.
I don't know. I don't know what I'd classify that. I'm not a musician.
Yeah. So some of their album, like
Musicist.
Good Luck Everyone, which is I believe still their newest album, is less folk punky than let's say People That Can Eat Other People Are the Luckiest People.
Sound changes over time.
Yeah.
Except for Ozzy. Man. Black Sabbath forever.
Still sounds like he's talking,
Dude,
mumbling.
Fucking Ozzy. I don't know how this man
He's an old decrepit
has
man.
defied all laws of aviation. He is... The dude survives entirely off of drugs by now. Like he is no longer human. He is literally drugs with physical human.
He's made ascension to
yeah,
minor
he
godlyhood.
has become a deity, a low-level deity, but it's okay because we love him.
He started that trend when he bit the head off that bat.
That was he thought it was fake.
He did think it was fake.
He thought it was fake. He thought it was a fake bat that somebody threw at him. He wasn't phased after it very much turned out to be real, but
wasn't he surprised?
much to his surprise, he had committed a Baticide.
Baticide.
I don't know what the Latin term for bat is off the top of my head.
Flappius nocturnus.
Flappius nocturnus aside.
Flappius nocturnus mammalia.
Anyway, regicide, alright? Would it be alright.
Are we killing Reggie Johnson?
Okay.
Reggie Jackson, that's...
Killing John Lennon, that's actually Lenicide.
Oh my god. What does that mean when...
If you
Wait,
killed...
so when Lennon... He had an aneurysm. Wasn't that what we figured out? He had a brain aneurysm or something?
John Lennon?
Yeah.
John Lennon was shot in the face by a .44 snub-nosed revolver.
No, not John Lennon. Vladimir.
Trotsky?
No, Vladimir Lenin.
Vladimir Lenin.
Remember, we watched The Kingsman.
The new Kingsman.
And I was telling you
it's
that
good.
Lenin was not assassinated. He had like an aneurysm. He died of old age. Not of old age. He just died of a brain aneurysm.
It wasn't... Lenin died of cardiovascular disease, I think.
Maybe.
Trotsky was assassinated.
Yeah, with an ice pick.
Trotsky was killed with an ice pick in Mexico. You cannot make this shit up. It was an assassin sent by fucking Stalin.
Yeah. Well, the Stalin regime, but yeah.
No, Stalin himself paid a guy.
You know what? I want you to take this ice pick to Mexico,
and
I want you to stab Trotsky right in the fucking head with it.
You can have this turnip as reward. That's not at all what Stalin sounded like.
It's actually interesting how in modern Russia there is like there's a movement to have that, like, because Lenin's in that mausoleum and everyone can...
both Lenin and Stalin are both in that museum.
I think Stalin was moved. I think it's just Lenin.
No.
Yeah, Stalin.
I know Lenin. His preserved corpse is still like in the main hall.
And they have to like.
He's just there.
The team that preserved Lenin is like the top like embalming team in the world.
Yeah, I mean, you can go there. It looks like he would have just died yesterday.
They still maintain him too.
Yeah,
and they've been talking about how it's getting harder and harder because it's just.
I mean, it's been 60.
It has
70 years since he died. When did he die?
Well, it would have been more than 60 because he was before World War II.
Well, he didn't. Did he die before World War II?
Yeah,
no.
He had to die for Stalin.
The Revolution was like in the middle. Stalin didn't like take complete control over until after.
No, Stalin was in complete control during World War II.
Was he?
Yes. Remember the Battle of Stalingrad?
Well, that was just Russia. It was
but
after. It was
the town
Bolshevik.
The town was named after Stalin.
Was it?
Stalingrad.
I thought it was just called Stalingrad.
No, he literally had the town named after him.
Wow, what a fucking prick! I hope somebody kills him.
Didn't he? I think he died.
I think he did also just die.
The man was too paranoid.
Was communist until Gorbachev.
Yeah, Gorbachev led to the fall of the Soviet Union.
By the time Gorbachev took over, for the most part, the people were kind of over it, and so was Gorbachev.
Well, the big thing was he was starting to let like Coca-Cola and other capitalist countries into the country.
The man loved Wendy's.
He did.
Wendy's nuts hit your chin.
Oh, got him.
Got Gorbachev.
Got that dead bitch.
Gorbachev.
No, he's still around. He's actually still alive.
He is still. Like, what are the odds that Gorbachev listens to this podcast?
He actually, from what I know, he is like heavily against. Like
he's actually surprisingly a chill lad.
Yeah, he's
not like pro democracy, but he's definitely not pro communism.
No, he doesn't. If I remember correctly, he actually doesn't like the Putin.
Not,
most of Russia doesn't like Putin.
We're getting to dangerous topics here.
Yeah, now we're getting dangerous.
Too political. So anyway, as we're talking
when you can't talk about world and historical events because they're too political.
Right? Because that's literally what they are. Oh, God. I'm
knocking my books over. Knocked my Bible over.
Your Harry Potter.
I don't have any Harry Potter books.
It's right here.
That's a Bible.
This is Harry Potter. It says it right on the spine.
That's the Holy Bible.
Harry Potter in the Chamber of Jerusalem.
Jesus Christ. If
you could rewrite the Bible and you had full reign to completely edit it however you wanted, you are King James and you're rewriting the Bible.
Gotcha.
How many dick jokes do you put in?
Not too many, but I would definitely
just add in. That, like,
I would definitely add in my Jesus Mary Magdalene fan fiction. Okay. I'll be honest.
All right.
Yeah, just so you know, I write biblical fan fiction.
You could go on Rule 34 right now, find some fucking heathen
that drew Jesus being crucified while getting sucked off by Mary Magdalene.
Drawn a picture of Jesus fucking his own mother.
Like, can we be honest though? Jesus fucked. Like,
Jesus. I don't know if you can say that.
Like you had
Jesus fucks, all right.
like I mean,
What
hell,
about how Moses parted the Red Sea with the Beyblade?
I love that video.
That is Beyblade canon.
That is, I showed you that video, right?
Maybe.
Jesus was a Beyblader, and he was like, they had the guy playing Jesus on a cross with Beyblades instead of the nails, and they were like, he died for our spins.
You might have? I don't remember.
It's one of my
That sounds fucking stupid.
Oh, it's the dumbest shit. It was like the story of Jesus, but with Beyblades. So,
well, I mean,
like, so when they're at the Last Supper and they're all like looking at him, when they're holding their hands up, like holding them out or pointing at him, there's like Beyblades in them instead.
So it's one of those. All right, so the Bible is like the best-selling book of all time, right? But I think it's because it cheats. It's the same thing as Tetris. There's so many versions of Tetris out there, and they count every version of Tetris as Tetris.
You know, my favorite Christmas gift I ever gave Cody has to do with the Bible.
I was getting to that.
I got Cody. I think it's only. Is it only the Old Testament or is it the New?
So there's two books. One is the Old Testament.
Okay,
one is the New
there
Testament.
It is. But it's Minecraft.
Legit, the burning of Gomorrah in fucking Minecraft in an action picture book describing biblical stories.
And it's
but
like
there's no butt fucking.
And it's in comic version, like
yeah, it's lit. It's like the action Bible.
Yeah,
but it's Minecraft characters, and this was all made by like one pastor who has too much free time.
He just wanted to connect to the youth.
I'll give him some credit. He was playing Minecraft instead of diddling children. So that's a plus.
The biggest biblical disappointment I've had recently. There's a YouTuber I really like. His name's Wavy Web Surfer, and he kind of goes over like ancient internet memes, ancient Reddit memes, and like does a deep dive. Like, okay. And he did the Jesus Christ is my N-word video.
What?
And
the song, rap that the pastor did. Okay.
Try to connect to the Christian, Ruth. No,
I've seen that full video.
I have as well. So what it was is, so it's for a long time the internet. It's like, this has to be real. And so he did a deep dive, and he went to the church's website, and supposedly the video was like made in the early 2000s, I think, or mid 2000s.
I don't know, man. I feel like the humor that was going. Well, it wasn't going for humor, was it?
No. It was trying to.
He was trying to associate with the youth. So I guess it would have been like when rap culture kind of first kicked off.
No, rap culture kicked off, I think, in the 90s or 80s.
There's no way it's that old.
It is.
No, like in the 90s, 80s. Because you said it was like early 2000s.
No, so basically the video was made, and they were claiming this, and for one, the church website that was designated to it wasn't actually created until like 2011, right before the video came out.
So it was like 2011 then.
Well, that's when the video was put on YouTube.
So there's theory that the video itself is older.
Yeah, well, that's the lore, is that he made it years ago for his pastor at church,
and they were just going to show it like in the church.
Yeah. Okay. And he's like,
it was never supposed to go viral.
Yeah, but he shared it, and it turns out they're pretty sure it's all fake.
Oh, it's like, it's not like a real. It wasn't actually made for a church. It was made as like a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit. And all the evidence.
Wasn't he on Tosh Boy?
No.
I'm almost positive he got a web redemption.
But I was devastated when I found that out. I'm like,
that it's fake.
I'm like, I figured, because I've been on the internet too long, but also like you hold on to some childlike wonder and hope that maybe there's some guy just dropping N-bombs about Jesus Christ. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is my... Yeah.
Say the gamer word.
No.
Say it again.
No, I'm not.
We have to edit it out again.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Halfway through a podcast.
Oh my god, we get like all the way through, and it's like all of a sudden Evan drops the gamer word. That's the name of the episode. Evan drops the gamer word.
Yeah, just there you go.
We say the gamer word.
It's like a Sunny in Philadelphia headline.
Yeah, like the
Evan
Charlie gets
the
racist.
Word.
Yeah. It's just we say the gamer word.
No, you.
Profane podcast episode. Blah blah blah.
What 7? I don't fucking know.
I think we're
this is 365.
Yeah, 365.
Yeah, we've it's been a year's worth of weeks since we started doing the podcast. We never stopped.
No, we never quit. Never gave up. I'm just pulling up
our. You just have our channel bookmarked.
I don't.
I mean, it would make sense if you did, being that you're probably signed into it, but...
I mean, I could easily switch over to it.
The mic again.
Horrifying.
I only log into the account so I can go on YouTube and start trying to find naked yoga videos and liking them. If you go through our liked videos, you'll see like 18 to 300 naked yoga videos.
The last episode of the podcast that we uploaded was episode 11.
Was that the Profane podcast?
That was the Profane podcast, and that was with Damien.
Oh, damn. So that was the last. So I guess we did at least one then with Eric, because I remember doing another one after that. Yeah. Also, Damien, call us.
Yeah, please, man. we miss you. I could have sworn we did an episode.
We wanted to do Pokemon MMO. We
really do.
We did a couple more episodes of the non-Drinky Boys version of the podcast. It just never got fit. It's probably on that hard drive that broke.
We did a video
that in the last like 8 episodes of Salt and Sanctuary. Because did we finish Salt and Sanctuary?
No, we did not.
No, okay.
I think we got up to like the Queen of Smiles or something.
Well, then I think that one went live.
The last episode was Getting Down to Business, episode 5.
Was that the one with the 3 bosses? Was that the Illuminati episode?
No, that was beforehand.
Okay.
Illuminati confirmed.
Because we killed 3 bosses. That was
I wish I could find the assets I'd made for that, because it's literally me screaming and.
Well, that was me. I did the editing for Salt and Sanctuary.
Well, but I made the. Did you do the thumbnails?
Yeah, no, I did the thumbnails.
That's right. You took over thumbnails.
I did the Salt and Sanctuary thumbnails and the second batch of Final Fantasy VIII thumbnails.
Yeah, our last official upload was Drinky Boys episode 4, the late St. Patty's Day special, which
and that was even like a year after the last.
2 years ago was. The last official Let's Play we uploaded was Battle Boogers, Boogerman episode 8.
Was that the finale or?
Yeah, because remember that last boss was a dick.
Yeah, no, you gave up.
Quit.
We couldn't beat it. It looked hard.
Yeah, and then there was the worst series we started, which was Aquaria.
Oh yeah.
We did one episode.
Of course I still have that game. We played it for 2 hours.
That thumbnail is still the favorite I've ever made.
It's a good one. It's a good thumbnail for a shit episode.
It looks really pretty. I turned the logo blue instead of Profane Entertainment red.
But was it we just couldn't figure out what to do, or was the game just bad?
Both.
Okay.
So fun fact. So the Profane Entertainment red that you guys see on the screen and that is in our logos and everything. Do you know what the number code for the color is?
8008.
No, it's F06969.
I like that too. What is 8008? Look that up.
I'd have to open up a color palette and do that.
Yeah.
No.
Do it.
No.
It'd be funny.
Yeah, and then I'd have to go back and
whoever's in the comments, tell us what color 8008 is on the color palette.
Wouldn't matter to you anyway. You're colorblind.
Fuck off, all right? I can see some. I could tell that the room is blue because I made it that way.
Yeah, because you told it to be blue.
Yeah, I told it to be blue. Fuck you. I just have to take its word for it that it's actually blue.
Yeah, you do. By the way, it's not. It's green.
Fuck off. All right. Teal is teal is like blue green.
Yeah, it's a blue green, but
it's like more blue.
This is more blue.
Turquoise is like blue green, but it's more blue than green, and teal is blue green.
Dude, I was just doing my 3Gs with you.
Your 3Gs?
Yeah, gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss.
Gamergate.
Oh my god.
Gamergate.
So our Canadian Erica, who
she was we were talking about her. She was in Portal.
She wasn't
she owes
that Portal
us her soul, and she's listening right now. We know it.
That Portal video never went up.
No, it did not.
No. However, the Cards Against Humanity video that we made.
Was she in that?
She was, and
did the Pictionary go up?
Yeah, Pictionary went up.
Pictionary went up too.
Picks to Picks.
Yeah, Picks to it was basic Pictionary, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
That was Kayla was on that one too.
I don't. Was she?
Yeah, she was, because that was when they were both visiting.
Oh, maybe it was.
She did our old channel art.
Yeah.
And other things. I
just realized I never turned off the desktop audio on this.
Oh.
So if I ever got a notification during it, you guys might randomly hear "Ba-doo-doo."
Just go through and edit out. Just listen the entire podcast over. Every time you hear that, just mute it.
Just get rid of it.
Just get it out. Just cut it out.
Cut it. Cut it.
Cut the tape.
Old style, like burning the tapes.
Yeah, no, the whole episode just burns and fades out.
It's like those old film reels when they're going and they catch on fire.
That was how the Final Fantasy VII game over screen was. It kind of gave off the implication the whole game was just like a movie, and you fucked up, so the film reel just burned out.
That was a blooper.
It was it was a deleted scene, you dying.
Ooper the blooper.
I kind of wish they had done that for like the remake, like made it so the screen just kind of burned out.
Oh,
it would have been in like a similar I thought that'd been cool, but
yeah, but they rebuilt it from the ground up, so who blames them?
I don't even remember. I mean, I definitely died playing that game.
Though it was weird that they left.
At first.
Oh, what's her name? It's not Tifa.
Aerith?
Yeah, they kept her alive.
Well, they haven't gotten. Also, spoilers for the 1997 hit game Final Fantasy VII. We didn't get that far. Aerith dies well after.
She dies during those events.
It's like the end of the original first disc, but the Final Fantasy VII remake, as far as it's out as of May 6th, 2022, the part 2 has not come out yet, and she would have died.
I thought before that whole final ending in Midgard happens, I thought Sephiroth stabs her and that kind of...
No, so originally you don't even know Sephiroth's really a thing until the very end of the Midgard sequence in the original game.
And then you hear the song One Winged Angel playing.
No, that actually doesn't happen until the very end of the game. In the remake, spoiler for the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1, 2020, Sephiroth, you fight Sephiroth at the end of the first part of the remake, but he doesn't actually kill Aerith, which I guess he could have done if they wanted to retrofit it.
Because that's what really solidifies him as like Cloud's like pure nemesis, because he had something with Aerith or whatever.
They were boning in the backseat of his van. And so in the base game, it happens at the end of the first disc, and the first disc goes well past the Midgard. In the original game, the Midgard sequence is like 6 hours at most. And in the remake, it's like 60 hours if you do everything like I did. And if you're bad at the game like I am. Or if you play it again on hard mode, which you get the option to do after you beat it. But no, the remake added so much stuff, especially the end. Like, for the first 2-3 hours, it just seems like it's the normal game but more fleshed out. And then they add the fucking Dementors from Harry Potter.
That's right. Those were new, though.
Yeah, those were a new addition. Those were... So... I'll
let you talk. I gotta pee.
Okay, I'll explain it to the fans, the gamers. That's true. You're gonna go pee in the bathroom that is connected to your room. I hope my mic picks it up because it's almost close enough. But the thing with the Final Fantasy remake is the Dementors are basically like trying to make sure the plot of the original game happens. Because something has happened in the timeline with the remake where events of the original games don't actually apply. Like, certain characters that are supposed to die don't die. Certain events that are supposed to happen in a specific way don't happen in that way. The Dementors show up whenever the timeline branches off or segments, because they're supposed to be keeping it in line as kind of the lore of the remake. So every time something happens that isn't supposed to happen is when you have to deal with them, fight them, whatever the situation requires. So there are several times that whenever you see them, something's about to go awry or something has gone awry.
So, like, when Barrett was supposed to die from getting pegged too hard.
Yeah, so when Tifa's pegging Barrett in the back of the Seventh Heaven, right, he's supposed to die from blood loss because she's using an 18-inch strap-on. But she actually she grabs the smaller one, and the Dementors start freaking out as a result.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that's the biggest change they made in the first.
That's kind of cool, though. They're making it a little more meta.
Yeah, well, it's more inclusive because it means the black character gets to survive for the first time.
Oh man.
I think that's a cool one. I played Final Fantasy VIII about halfway through for the channel. I could do the original 7 or the remake. I would like to do the remake. Honestly, I thought it would be a really fun idea fun for me at least, to do if we ever start live streaming, just do the entire Final Fantasy series from like 1 to 15, of course.
God, that would take so
11
long.
11 and 14. The first couple would go by quick. I could beat Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 2 in one stream. 3, 4 maybe takes a bit longer. 5 would take forever, especially play the Game Boy version and we do everything. But
what is the one I'm playing? 9? Is that?
Yeah, you start playing 9.
Captain
9
Stupid.
It's before achievements, but there's an achievement in 9 if you beat the game in 12 hours. So it's short if you let it be short. It was
if you don't do any of the side quests and
it was the first one that had a lot of side quests. I feel like I could beat 10 pretty quick. I mean, it's really just a matter of if you do all the side stuff or not.
Which makes the regular game harder if you don't, because you're not leveling up. And
I mean,
To be fair,
when we were doing Final Fantasy VIII, I turned encounters off, so I wasn't getting any levels. So we were like level 20-ish. At a point, we should have been like level 40, 50.
to be fair, your dad's playthrough of 7 though.
Oh my god,
He was beating bosses like nothing because he did everything.
He would do every single side objective you could and power level. So by the time he fought the final boss, he's like upper 80s and
No problem. Just
just didn't have Knights of the Round anything. Just steamrolled him by physical attacking.
God,
that's great. My
that's how I feel when I play Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah. Well, the new Assassin's Creeds make it so easy to be over leveled. Yeah. Because, I mean, if you don't do any side quests, you're so horribly underleveled, you literally can't play it.
Yeah, well, you're not...
Like, I played Origin. I've not played a single Assassin's Creed for more than an hour other than Origins. And I did every single side quest in Origins. Like, every single one I could do, I did. Just because I wanted to.
Did you ever do the Final Fantasy one?
Yes. I actually did that pretty early because I really liked the engine blade.
I remember when that happened.
I actually kept upgrading the engine blade as I went because I liked it.
I remember sending you a Snapchat of the video when I found it. I was like, "Oh, Final Fantasy 7," and then fucking Sephiroth came out of the sky.
Well, no, it was 15. It was Final Fantasy 15.
It was 15. It was the
The engine blade is Noctis' sword, and then it was Arden, who's the villain in 15.
There we go.
He didn't even do anything. He just showed up and left, and that was it.
Yeah, and then you had a really cool chokeebo.
You got
camel.
like a little chocobo camel. It's just a camel with a chocobo mask, but.
Well, it's got the tails and the feathers.
Yeah, it's got like the feathers and stuff. I guess it was like a mutant camel kind of thing. It was the mount I used the entire game.
Oh yeah, it was fast as fuck.
I did that quest as early as I physically could because I just wanted the Final Fantasy stuff.
I've told you the story, but I want to tell it on the podcast because I love it. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you have to go. You're escorting Testicles to the Olympics. And before he can go on, he falls off a dock because he's drunk and gets eaten by a shark immediately. It's the funniest thing ever. But I was so over-leveled for that. And so I go to... They're like, you have to fight in Testicles' place. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So I go into the arena, and it's a fist fight. I literally punch the guy, and he goes down. And I'm like, I think...
one fucking punch, man.
I was like, I think I might be a little over-leveled for this.
Because that moment when you realize you spent too much time trying to catch fish and eat pirates.
But the side quests in Odyssey are good, and the world.
I've heard everyone of the new 3, everyone likes Odyssey the best.
Yes, I need to find my copy of Valhalla because I've done the first mission, and
I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'll ever play Valhalla or Odyssey. Like, I liked Origins.
You should play Odyssey. If you liked Origins, you'll love Odyssey.
I kind of want to go back and try some of the older ones.
You should. I
couldn't play the first Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, the first one's it's rough. The controls are janky.
Like, it felt fine.
It was the first entry into the game, is what it was. But
I got kind of far. I got to the first part where they just kind of let you start roaming around.
Oh, inside of the Animus.
Like, yeah. So you're like going to a city on like a horse.
Yeah.
And you get in the city and a guard tells you can't take your horse. So you're just like walking around in the city. Like, you can't leave the city, but
yeah,
you can just walk around and do whatever.
And that was
when I was like, all right, I'm done for the night. And then I just never picked it back up.
Here's the thing about Assassin's Creed. Cody is a Halo lore guy. He can tell you most things about Halo.
Flutter bad.
I am the same way with Assassin's Creed. I fucking got obsessed with the lore. I've played all the games. I've 100%ed a couple of them. But
you got that plat trove?
Yeah, actually.
Because you played most of them back on the PS3.
Yeah. But what was upsetting is after Black Flag has the has all the lore in there and
spoiler for Assassin's Creed games that came out prior to 2012.
I think 2013.
Was Desmond in Black Flags, or is he already dead?
Yes and no. So he was canonically he was already dead.
Because I thought he died in 3.
Yeah, he's subject 17, I think is his number. The guy you play as Edmund, whatever his name is, I can't think of his last name right now.
Miles.
Haymuth.
Hammersmith.
I can't remember his name. Damn
Edmund
it.
Fitzgerald.
But anyway, it's his ancestor, and they're using Desmond's DNA to follow him around to quote unquote make a immersive video game thing, which is what Abstergo is claiming.
It's like a ruse for Abstergo?
Yeah, because the Abstergo is a brand. They're the Templars, and that's how they get the money. That's how they get all their money.
They make their money through video games.
Everything they do.
Or is that
research,
Ubisoft like soft coping for being part of the Illuminati?
But anyway, And then after that, there is some lore and origins where you're doing stuff outside of the Animus, but it's not a lot. And you see like Sean and the chick a couple times, and then just doesn't have any lore anymore, and we don't know what's happening in the outside world. Because in Assassin's Creed 3, there was that whole like, you have to make a decision, touch the orb and free me, or don't do it, and the world is destroyed but regrows, or yada yada yada, because it was trying to stop a massive.
That's
like,
actually how the Persona storyline works.
it was trying to stop a massive solar flare, and Minerva said she could do it, but the other forerunners or whatever the hell they are, they were like, don't free her. And then that was the only thing I really hated about 3 is they built up this decision that you have to make, that Desmond has to make,
let you make it,
and you didn't get to. It didn't infamous you. He just walks up, touches the orb, dies.
Hey, it could have been worse. It could have been a Mass Effect ending. You could pick yes or no, and then either way the ending is the same. You die and nothing happens.
Well, it's like, so Far Cry is a big one Cody and I play. 5, New Dawn, and 6 have been the ones I've been obsessed with. I've been replaying 5.
Why didn't you? I want to replay 5 with you.
Do it.
We'll do it on the Survivor difficulty. So
well, I have to get back up, because when Cody and I originally went to play 5, he's like, "Oh, we're doing a new game," so I deleted my old save file, but he meant New Game Plus.
Yeah, that's what I did.
So I started out with nothing. He's got like all end game weapons, and here I am with.
I gave.
You did give, yeah.
I tossed a rifle at you.
But your decision at the end of New Dawn still bothers the hell out of me.
Oh, where I spoiler
alert.
New Dawn,
yes. So at the end,
17.
yeah. So Joseph's son, quote unquote, whether it's biological, whatever, he wants the gift that Joseph gives you. He doesn't get it. He goes and takes it anyway. You defeat his son after he turns into this monster.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, he turns into this.
He's literally just the Bigfoot model from Far Cry 5.
Sure he is, but
he is. It's literally what he is.
But he's black and smoky, so
okay,
different model.
Racist.
Fuck off. But anyway, and so Joseph is obviously like super like destroyed by this. His one and only son dies, you know. And you have the option to either shoot him in the head because he tells you to kill him.
Yeah.
Or you let him live.
Ice that fucker.
Cody shot him.
Piece of shit.
I beat the game before Cody did, which is reverse. He beat Far Cry 5 before I did. I beat New Dawn before he did. But I was like, why did you shoot him? He deserved it.
Fuck him.
Let him live with his decision and regret it.
All right, so we're gonna once and for all we're gonna settle this. Let me plead my case, okay?
Okay.
He's an asshole, and so I shot him.
But he wasn't wrong.
What was he wrong about? The
Doomsday,
apocalypse?
yeah.
The nuclear. Okay. So
New Eden had a better living arrangement than Hope did.
Okay. Let me put it this way. Is drugging, raping, carving tattoos, and brainwashing your followers good? Is that the good guy play?
Okay, you're right. And so justify the means. However, he very much showed remorse for it, and I thought the greatest punishment was him having to live with everything he had done.
Is it better to have sinned and apologized than to have never sinned?
But he's not apologizing. He's lost his entire...
He begged for your forgiveness.
But he's lost his entire faith. He's lost his son.
Also, well, his first child he smothered.
Yes, he did do that. That was very much heavily hinted at Far Cry 5.
Not even hinted. He just admitted to it.
Yeah.
While you're in the cage in Jacob's territory.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, he straight up admits that he...
yeah, because he held his hand over his face and he was talking about how it struggled. He
smothered the baby, and I think he shot his wife. No, his wife died in childbirth.
Yeah.
So and he smothered the baby.
And then God told him to kill his son.
Yeah.
Or child, whatever it was.
I think I don't think they explained the gender. I think they just said it's child.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
No, maybe. I think it was a girl. I think he said it was a girl.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, no, Far Cry 5...
Far Cry... I like 6. 6, gameplay-wise, so much better than 5. Story-wise, 5 is leagues ahead of 6.
I would say it's leagues ahead of the other games, too.
3 is close, but only because of Voss. After Voss, 3 tapers off.
Yeah. But with Joseph, oh my God, he's such a good villain. His heralds are really... The only thing I don't like is Faith and Jacobs.
Faith's region kind of sucks. I mean, I like some of the characters you meet there.
It was
and the fight is cool. I really like her fight. Yeah. It's the only dynamic boss fight in fucking Far Cry.
I think it was the only fight that you and I had working together that we're both like, this is fucking impossible.
Well, we were on the Survivor difficulty, right? And she would just like 2-hit you. And there was nothing you could do. There was no cover. There was no
healing.
Well, they would give you med kits.
Yeah, after being fucking stomped.
Yeah, every like 5 rounds of dying, they'd give you a med kit.
But and then John's region was like the biggest and like the most thought out.
I mean, it was definitely the one they
first.
pushed you to go that way first for sure, because that was the one they put the most real effort into, because that had the city.
It's
it
also
had
how
the
you
characters on the box.
It's also how you learn to fly and unlock airplanes and shit like that. Because Nick teaches you.
Yeah, because they got Nick's. Yeah, he has the plane sequence.
Yeah, Ryan's son is over in in John's territory.
It's like the first airport airstrip they just kind of give you. Yeah. Once you unlock it.
Other than that, you just kind of have to. I landed a plane on a mountain once.
I will say Far Cry 6 has a lot better. Other than the fact there's AA guns every 5 fucking feet.
You have to clear everything out.
It has much better. I mean, the map is better. In general, Far Cry 6 has like the best map because it's huge.
And no matter what base you go to, you basically have some kind of aerial vehicle.
Yeah, you can usually
that little seat that it has a fan on it, basically.
Any of the normal hubs at least have a helipad, but like extra outposts you unlock have it usually at least one helipad
or the vehicle's just sitting there in a clearing.
Yeah, and you can call your car whenever. I love that was a feature they basically took from like Grand Theft Auto and Saints Row. You can just call your car, but. It's a good one, especially in a game with a map like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like the aesthetic as much for 6 though. Like you were a rebel making do with scraps, so I get it.
Yeah, you would have got it. Yeah.
I loved the Far Cry 5.
Spoilers from now on for Far Cry 6.
Yeah, it's Far Cry 6 2021 spoilers. The ending to 6 sucked. Like, I'll be honest. I hated 6's ending.
Yes and no. I hated it how unresolved it is.
I mean, it's kind of the point. Far Cry has always had that you're not necessarily the good guy feeling. No matter what, whatever coat of paint. You could be a cop in Montana. You can be the savior of Kiryat. You're still the villain in the end because you have not helped contribute to the overall betterment of the society.
I'd say in Far Cry
leaderless, corrupt, and destitute.
I'd say in Far Cry 5 it doesn't give you the chance for
Far
that.
Cry 5,
it just destroys your progress.
5 is kind of like it doesn't matter if you're the good guy or not.
Like you're doing good. Hope County's like returning to normal, and then all of a sudden everything
you could
you've
still
done.
say in Far Cry 5 you're the bad guy because you blew up a bunch of bunkers that people could have hid in.
Yeah, but technically Doomsday wasn't even on the minds of people.
I mean, it's one of those things like Joseph kind of has a point when he's pointing, can't you see, can't you hear it? You know what's happening. Because if you pay attention, like there's context clues everywhere. Listen to the radios, even like posters everywhere. Yeah. Like it's all around the map, in notes, in quests even. Some people just talk about how they think the world's ending soon because there's like a nuclear war on the horizon. And I love that Far Cry 6 just doesn't acknowledge that. They confirmed it's canon. Far Cry 6 takes place after 5 would, didn't they?
I don't think it's after 5 necessarily because Herc is still around because you get the dog.
Well, Herc, so Far Cry, the existence of Hope County is acknowledged in 6.
Yes, because
Herc is in Hope County sent one of Boomer's brothers.
I can't think of the dog's name.
I can't either.
Blasty.
It's something explosive based.
Yeah, but and
it just does the same thing as Boomer, and it looks the same, which is great.
Yeah, not exactly the same.
Yeah, it's like a different model, but it's
same
like
breed, just different fur color.
What is Boomer? A blue hound?
I think he's a healer.
Blue healer? Yeah, blue healer. That's what he is. And it's the same dog. It's just it looks a little different.
Yeah, colors are different.
But I love them. Blue healers are not actually blue, believe it or not.
No, they're not.
At least I think so. I'm not sure.
I think it's just...
I couldn't tell you for certain.
Yeah. No, I'm... Oh.
Yeah, no. 6 just ends so...
Yeah, it's so
sudden.
Abrupt.
Yeah.
Like, there's this big build-up. You have to do all these bullshit missions.
And fucking... being Carlo Esposito, I love you. Marry me. Have my children. I loved your character in 6, but why did you do that? The thing you did. You know what you did. You know what you did.
I'm locking eyes with Cody right now.
He knows what he did. he just, it's, Play Far Cry 6.
Play
It's
Far Cry.
good.
Yeah, it's very.
I know Far Cry 6 is fun to meme. Oh, it's Far Cry. It's bad. It's okay, whatever. I fucking love it. The gameplay is magnifique.
Yeah,
and the story is okay, but story is pretty good. I give it a 6 out of good, and gameplay is a 9 out of awesome.
Yeah, so Cody had to get me back into Far Cry 6.
It's true. You did not like it as much as 5.
Not as much as 5, and that was the thing.
Honestly, I still think I'd say 5 is better, but
5 is better. And the big thing I liked is the customization options that you have in Far Cry 5. Like,
see, I don't know.
This is you. You are the deputy.
Well, 5's
this is more of a character
customization was very bare bone. It was mostly just outfit and a mild character.
Yeah.
But I do like that you had the option to not be Danny, you know.
You're not
even
you're
if
not
you
Danny
picked the
Trejo.
girl, you're Danny.
You're not Machete.
Yeah, I wanted to be Danny Trejo. If you all right, Ubisoft, if you let me do a New Game Plus in Far Cry 6, but you get to do the Danny Trejo playthrough.
He is in the game though.
He is, yes. He makes tacos while you kill people.
And
they're for charity.
That's a bump for his he actually has a taco shop.
Does he actually have a
in
taco
California?
shop?
I think it's like Machete Tacos.
Can we go?
Dude, I've heard it's bomb.
I would go to California just to get a taco from Machete himself.
Like, I've heard his restaurant is like excellent.
I mean, it's Danny fucking Trejo,
and it's even chained at this point.
Ooh.
He owns.
Oh, does that mean it's like gone the way of like Tony Paco's?
No.
Don't go to Tony Paco. I don't slander on our podcast, but it's mid at best.
It's not even good.
It's mid.
I remember.
I give it upper mid, a real 5 out of mid.
In college, my chemistry professor, before we went on a field trip, he was like, "We're gonna go to Tony Paco's. It's amazing. It's the best you've ever had." I was so excited. I thought the signed buns were really cool. Like, they have signed hot dog buns from like different celebrities.
Ooh.
But the food was just
they got to be stale by now.
Well, they preserve them, yeah, but
they gotta be stale.
I don't even know if they're real buns. I think they might
Probably
like.
not.
I think they like make.
They
them
get
on
like a little plastic, like a McDonald's toy place one.
Yeah, there was like one signed by Barack Obama, like all the presidents that had been through there. It was super cool, like awesome.
Can you imagine Obama doing an endorsement for fucking Toledo, Ohio?
I love Toledo. It's my favorite city in the U.S. compared to Chicago.
I don't know if anybody would agree that Chicago is at least good.
Yeah, Chicago's cool.
I mean, the bean's nice. I went there. I flicked the bean in Chicago. Did you see they put dildos on it the other day? They did. This is true. They had a Facebook event scheduled to go and just put dildos on the bean, and they did. They went out and they put dildos on the bean.
That's such an expensive prank.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you get fined for it. You get a dildo for pretty cheap.
Yeah, but those like suction cup, really nice ones. Like
you could go to Spencer's right now and get like a suction cup dildo for $20.
That's still quite a.
Call
bit.
up Erica right now. Ask her what the cheapest she offers for a dildo. She manages a Spencer's in Canada.
Canada. Hopefully she'll come down this summer.
Yeah,
we'll do an episode.
Let's dox her right now. What's her address?
I actually don't know her new address.
I guess that's true. She didn't move. I knew her old one because I sent her mail because she left shit here.
Yeah, I knew it because she sent it to me. Because I don't remember why she sent it.
Because you're planning a trip there. I don't know. You better not have without me. Fuck you.
No,
I can't go to Canada. I'm actually not legally allowed.
We were gonna go in September of 2020.
I've been banned by the Canadian government on account of my very racially profiled statements on Canada's version of Twitter.
You say Cananas?
Cananas. That's what they call it there.
Yeah, no, I don't live in the States. I live in Canada.
What they call Canada, they'll call it Canada.
I'm pretty sure they just call it a
like
shithole.
it's like when you're in Japan and they're like, yeah, it's not actually Japan. It starts with a Y.
Yakuza?
Yeah, yes. Japan is actually referred to as Yakuza. Well, like every country.
Yeah, because Germany is Deutschland.
Yeah, exactly. It's every country has the name we call countries is not the name they call themselves. Nippon is what Japan is.
Nipple?
Yeah, Nipples, Italy. I was there. Like it kind of makes me wonder what other countries call us. I feel like everyone just calls us the United States. 'Cause
Yeah, they say like the States.
It's new enough of a country that when we were founded, it was kind of like the world just kind of
well,
knew.
it was the colonies, and then
we said, oh, "Fuck you, British! Have your tea
a bunch
back."
of old
a bunch of farmers.
bunch of old rich white guys didn't want to pay taxes of the king anymore. So
How different it is today. Anyway, remember to eat your glass. Don't pay taxes.
eat ass, eat
And-
glass, and
Have fun. Thanks, America. Good night.